And good morning, I'm Tracy Sinclaire here at Alaska's News Source. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can expect over the next couple of days across the state of Alaska. If you're in South Central, you're looking out your window, it probably looks a little bit gloomy out there, but we are expecting a change in the weather across a good portion of the state as we head into the weekend. So here's what we're looking at right now in the South Central area. Out at Stevens International Airport in Anchorage, it is 53 degrees, so it's warming up ever so slightly. We are still seeing those clouds, and I would not be surprised if we have a few scattered rain showers in the area as well. Those clouds and the showers are going to linger off and on throughout the day. Now, if you are jumping on here, particularly on Facebook, go ahead, let us know where you're writing or watching from, and we'll do our best. I'll see if I can make sure that we include your region in our forecast. So again, just kind of check in on Facebook and say hi and let us know where you're watching from. For the Anchorage area, like I said, pretty calm winds out there. That's good news. 53 degrees. And yes, we are still seeing those clouds and a few showers coming through. Now, it has felt like a lot of rain across the South Central area. Really? It's been a lot of rain, but it's only been on a few days. In the month of July, all the way through yesterday, we only had 5 days that actually had any precipitation at all. 3 of those had less than 1/10 of an inch. But it is well above normal because the days that we did have heavy rain, we had a lot of it. On the 13th, the 14th, the 13th was actually a record day of rain. The 14th and the 16th, really long periods and steady rain for the South Central area, particularly here in the Anchorage areas where we saw it. But overall, the first 12 days, we only had 1 day that even had any sort of precipitation being logged. So while it's felt like a lot of cloud cover and a lot of kind of heavy rain out there, in reality, it's really been a fairly dry month, except for those isolated days. Because of that, though, we do have well above our normal total for rainfall. So far this month, 2.83 inches. That is a lot of rain for us in July already. Normally by this time, we have about 0.89 inches of rain in the Anchorage area. And this is going to add to that total. This is not included because this is counted from midnight tonight, last night to through this morning. 0.3 inches of rain already here in the Anchorage area, seeing some showers down on the Kenai, a little bit around Homer. Now we are seeing one issue with our radar. The Kenai radar is out, so we're not getting to see those showers actually moving through much of the Kenai Peninsula, particularly the western Kenai Peninsula and the Anchorage area. We're not able to watch that because that radar is out for a little while. We don't have a time when that is going to be back in service. So until then, we're kind of using our satellite to get a kind of a glimpse, but overall, we're really just kind of a little bit underrepresented there with our radar. Checking out, Ketchikan has also seen a ½ inch of rain since midnight already, and then for the Anchorage area, that's just been updated to 0.35 inches of rain. So here's what we're looking at for the state. We've got some showers moving across western Alaska, a few pop-up showers into the interior. And earlier today, we are, as I said, Ketchikan's already seen a ½ inch of rain. The good news for southeast, you are expecting to see at least a break in some of those showers that you will get at least for today. It doesn't last for long, but you will get a break in some of that rain. This is a close-up of some of those showers moving through Prince William Sound. That radar out there is still working, so we'll get a glimpse of that, not much over the mountains. Down in southeast, though, we are still dealing with this flood advisory. This is for the Chilkat River. Now, flood stage, when it peaks, which expected to peak sometime late this morning, it's going to peak at about 127.1 feet, and that is about a foot above flood stage. So we do have some low-lying areas that are flooding or likely to be flooding, poor drainage areas, so be cautious. This flood advisory has now been extended until 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Now the river, as it peaks this morning, does need a couple of days to kind of drop down and fade away and get some of that extra water out of there, because we're not only dealing with all this rain that has been moving through southeast Alaska, but also heavy snow melt. We've had I dropped my clicker. All of that heavy snow that has moved through the south central rain has helped melt some of that snow across the southeast area. So that's one of the reasons why we're dealing with not only the precipitation that we're seeing in southeast, but heavy snow melt. That's helping to make the rivers rise. Get a little more clear on that. Let's talk a little bit about these upper level winds. We've had this trough that's been dipping down and dragging all of that rain into south central and then to southeast. But you can see as we move through Sunday, we get more of a ridge. Thing that I'm a little bit worried about, while I'm not quite sure that all of South Central is going to get the benefit of that ridge, is that area of low pressure that you see in the Gulf of Alaska. So I think parts of South Central, in particular areas around the coast, likely will see some clouds, maybe even a few showers because of that low pressure system that's sitting in the Gulf of Alaska. But it does mean that much of the state is going to see some clear skies. This is a little better visual of what that's going to look like over the next couple of days. We start to see that clearing here in South Central overnight tonight and into tomorrow. And you can see that extends all the way to the interior, northern areas of the state and down to southwest Alaska. Southeast, though, after your kind of break in the rain today, more rain headed your way for tomorrow. You can see, though, that area of low pressure spinning in the Gulf, that's going to drag that moisture into southeast, also kind of pulling it backwards into south central. And that's why I think some coastal areas on Saturday likely to start to see some of that rain. And that kind of line of where we're seeing the clear skies kind of compresses a little bit on Saturday. Now on late Saturday into Sunday, more of the state under high pressure, but Anchorage and parts of the Kenai really on that line. So we're going to see a mixture of sun and clouds by the time we get to Sunday. So let's go ahead and take a look at our forecast for today. A little bit of a break for that rain in southeast Alaska. You are expecting to see a few sunny breaks, hopefully in southeast. Did see some fog this morning around the Juneau area. Could see temperatures warming up all the way to the low 70s around Haines. Again, we still have that flood advisory around the Chilkat River. We're also looking at temperatures today into the mid 60s around Petersburg and Juneau. Into the interior, Fort Yukon, Tok, are going to be some of our warmest spots in the state. Over the weekend, though, we are looking for areas around Talkeetna to get to close to 80 degrees. So we are looking for a warm up with this bit of sunshine that we're expecting through. Mostly cloudy skies, not really seeing any instability into the interior, so I'm not even looking at a lot of thunderstorm activity through the area, at least for today. We will keep watch on that as we head into the weekend and get some clear skies. Mostly cloudy skies to the north, and check out these warm temperatures. Dead Horse likely to get to 64. You are probably going to be warmer than we are here in Anchorage. Winds coming out of the southwest for you to about 20 miles per hour. That's kind of the direction of the winds across the northern area of the state. We did see that little bit of precipitation moving down the west coast for today. Overall, western Alaska, partly sunny to mostly cloudy to cloudy skies. So holding on to that cloud cover, temperatures in the mid 60s around Dillingham and into McGrath. Likely to see some of that rain picking up again for Adak, and your winds picking up a little bit too. I think those rains come in for you later in the day. On that forecast map, we did see a new area of low pressure that's kind of starting to inch its way into the Bering Sea, and so that's going to bring a little bit of rain with you. On Alaska, though, actually getting a few glimpses of some sunshine for today. Here in South Central, look for rain showers and cloudy skies through much of the day. Temperatures staying cool into the mid to upper 50s on the Kenai. In the Prince William Sound area, also looking for some showers for you in Whittier. Clouds and maybe a few showers as well for Valdez, Gulkana. Again, you get to be the outlier. You're a little farther inland and away from that rain. We're looking at those rain showers. Those should fade away in the valley by at least later in the morning. You're going to start to see some of the influences a little bit earlier because you're a little farther to the north than we are here in the Anchorage area. So you can expect to see a little more influence from this clearing that we're going to see. So your temperatures warming up into the mid to low 60s. Here in the Anchorage area, we're going to see temperatures staying cool. Our average for this time of year is about 66 degrees. We have not hit that very often this week. In the last 2 weeks, I think we've gone above it just one time. Today, not likely to get there as well. 61 is my expected high for today, but then we make the turn on Friday, decreasing clouds. Look at that sunshine moving in. Upper 60s to low 70s from Friday all the way through the weekend. Sunday and Monday, again, kind of a mixture of some sun and clouds moving through because of that line between that high pressure and low pressure, we're really going to be right on the edge of that. So I think some of those clouds will filter in to the area, and then going to see a push of rain showers coming through on Tuesday. But then by the time we get to Wednesday, we get another day of a little bit of sunshine. So overall, much of the state is going to see some clearing and warming, and for many of us, drying out as we head into the weekend, and that's good news. Southeast has gotten a lot of rain. South Central has gotten a lot of rain for us, not compared to Southeast, of course, but for us, we have seen a fair bit of rain in this past week. It's all come down in one swoop. So it'll be nice for us to have a couple of days to dry out and really just get a little bit of a break. Thank you so much for joining us here on Alaska's News Source, and we'll keep you up to date at noon, 4, 5, 6, and 10 on Alaska's News Source. Have a great day.